Christmas is also not about magic. It's about Jesus. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. My name is Onyeka, but I go by Dr. Mrs. Mom. And on this channel, we talk about everything womanhood, faith, and calling. And as you can see, this is a very chill video, no makeup, just very chill as we are gearing up for Christmas. By the time you watch this video, it's Christmas Eve. So, Merry Christmas. I want to first of all actually start off by saying that I know that the Christmas time is it's such a polarizing time because for some people it's filled with a lot of cheer and joy and excitement, but for some other people it's filled with a lot of grief and weariness and heaviness. And so for those of you who this time of the year is not a fun one, this time of the year is not filled with joy, this time of the year just feels like a moment you want to pass, I pray that even as you navigate grief or a feeling of not accomplishing the things that you wanted to, that you will also find joy in the little things, whether that's in family, whether that's in friendships, whether that's in those who are around you. I pray that you find little specks of joy all around you this holiday season. So I love Christmas so much personally, and I was like, it would be weird not to come on here and record a Christmas episode. And so that's kind of why we're here recording this episode, because I love Christmas, and I just wanted to share that cheer and that joy that I have excess of at this time of the year. And I was reflecting the other day on how I became a Christmas person. And growing up, I'm really thinking about my memories of Christmas. As most of you know, I immigrated from Nigeria by way of the US, but most of my Christmases in Nigeria was spent in the East, in Anambra State, which is where I'm from. My dad's from Obosi, to be specific. And Christmas was village vibes. We had a lot of younger cousins, so I feel like even my Christmas in the East experience is quite different from the average Igbo person. But yeah, I remember being in the East. I remember just seeing my cousins, visiting different people, them recounting memories of that they have of you when you were younger. But I just remember it being a time of visiting and peopling. And in the East, there were tons of masquerades as well. I'll put some pictures, I think. And I know it doesn't seem as joyful, but in the air, I think of the Hamatan, to the dry season, right? And it's kind of cold. And I say cold tongue in cheek because I live in Canada. So was it really cold? But at the time, right, relative to how hot it always was, it was a little chillier. And I think about the air, the breeze. It just felt so fresh and so different. I'm thinking about pepper soup. I was too young at the time to have palm wine. I just remember it being very wholesome and family driven. And I think at some point we stopped. This was really, really late teenage years. Was when we stopped, and then I moved obviously to the US for college. And with moving to the US for college, a lot of my Christmases, actually all of my Christmases in undergrad, were spent with my aunt, who had created these family Christmas traditions. And I think that was where, for me, it started to be oh, actually, creating Christmas traditions is a thing. What do you want your own Christmas tradition to be? And so part of that was the Hallmark movies. Part of that was the lead up to Christmas, the presents, of course, but also the cooking that came with, Christmas Day. So the preps, and then going to the store, grabbing everything that you needed, and then Christmas Day, everyone having their own station. It was very family oriented. And so for me, I think all of my Christmas experiences have always involved being around some type of family, whether it was my nuclear family at the time or extended family, and just creating honestly organic moments, which are the things that you remember, the non-fabricated stuff. You're just chilling, and the conversations and the movies that followed or the football games that followed. And so I am a big Christmas girly. I care about the decorations. I care about the memories. I care about family experiences during Christmas time. And yeah, I think it's pretty obvious if you follow me on social media, that I really, really love Christmas. Listen, I even offer to go help people put up their trees because it's just spreading the Christmas cheer, right? And so as I got married and now, I'm growing my family, have my son, it's been really, really important for me to create Christmas traditions that will grow with us, evolve with us. And so, yes, I believe in presents. Actually, one of the Christmas traditions that we do not have in our house is we don't do the whole Santa thing. And I know some people are like, oh my God, don't take the magic away. But, Christmas is also not about magic, it's about Jesus. So we don't do the Santa situation. My child knows that his presents come from mommy and daddy, or grandma and uncle and auntie and grandpa. Yeah, because we want him to honor the people who are actually giving him the gift and not an imaginary creation. So yeah, so we don't do Santa, but we definitely give gifts. But in terms of tradition, I'm very big on the importance of the gift. And I think gift giving during Christmas time is very synonymous with the gift that God gave us, his son, Jesus Christ, who eventually would have to die for us. But the process, this gift was that he came. And so I like the idea of giving gifts at Christmas. And again, they don't have to be the biggest, most flamboyant thing. To me, I kind of group Christmas gifts, at least for my family, into a few categories. So at least with my son, I do toys, like one toy. Yeah, because I just find that, and toddlers, preschoolers, they care about the box. They don't really care about the actual gift. So for me, I think about what does he really, really like, and then over the year, of course, and then I'll get him a toy. The other thing is, another category is an experience or a learning. So that could be something like a trip, or it could be something like a visit to the museum or something like that. Or it could be, at least for us, our goal that we made with our son is he wants to learn how to read for himself. So helping him with learning and pronunciation, phonics, that whole thing. So that's an experience that it was on the list for him as well. So, and then the other thing is something exploratory. So it could be some kind of like thesaurus, a dictionary, or a focus subject of interest. So my son is really into horses right now. And so I kind of got him a book on horses, so he could, deepen his knowledge. So those are the categories of gifts that we do. We're not big on like 1 million gifts. I don't think there's anything wrong with 1 million gifts. I just feel like for our family values, yeah, less is more intention, is more paying attention to what people actually need and want. Super, super important. So anyways, that's just some of the traditions that we have with toys or gifting. The other tradition, and this is something that I learned from my own house growing up, my mom did this, was Christmas Day breakfast. Listen, Christmas Day breakfast for me is big. Okay. My mom went to school in the UK, so we would do like a full on English breakfast on Christmas morning. And so I kind of recreate that, only it's not, it's a mix of like English and American. So your bacon, your baked beans, your sausages. I started incorporating this past year cinnamon rolls, like homemade cinnamon rolls. So I do a big breakfast, French toast, a must. Okay. And then by the time we're all rested, then we'll eventually have Christmas dinner. So yeah, that's a very big part of Christmas for us. So I'm curious. Let me know, what are some of your Christmas traditions? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to with your friends and your family? What are some of the things that you do? The other Christmas tradition that I'm starting this year is actually going to be happening today. Today, Christmas Eve. I had seen this recently on Instagram, I believe is where I saw it. And it was like a Christmas Eve family movie night, but it's like everyone is on air mattresses and we're sleeping in the living room. And then we wake up in the morning and then we'll do our present. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like. I'm super big on my son's routine. So I'm like really pushing myself to the edge on this one, where I'm like, he needs to be in bed by 7. Okay. And he probably will still be. We'll just have an early movie, do it in the living room, and I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, like I said, I love Christmas. I love the joy. I find people are kinder too during the Christmas season, and so I'm excited for Christmas this year. And like I said, I know that this is not a fun holiday for everyone, because some people have lost people that are really close to them, who have been part of their Christmas memories for a long time. And so to do a Christmas without them is just jarring, honestly. So like I said, I just speak a word of peace and blessings over you, that you will find specks of joy throughout. But that's it. I just wanted to come by and chat with you. 2025 is actually coming to an end, and I am just in deep shock and utmost disbelief. Okay. I am thankful though for you guys, those of you who watch my videos and have helped me continue to stay consistent. I can't wait for 2026 to just see all the fun collaborations that hopefully will come along, and how our channel grows, and yeah, this space continues to evolve over the next year. So Merry Christmas and happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in 2026. Bye.